Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday to everyone out there. Welcome to the Chainmovers podcast. As usual, I'll be your host, Chad, and with me is my lovely co-host, Lacey.
Hi.
How's it going today?
Oh, good. Very good. It's warmer.
Definitely is. Definitely is warmer.
That's good.
It sure is. Sure
How
is.
are you today?
Good. Doing good. Yeah.
Good. Good stuff.
Some guy piled into the ditch just outside my house here. Plowed his car into the fucking snowbank. There's like 12 people there trying to dig him out. Not sure why we need so many people, but sure. What the hell?
And like you said, I'm not sure why they don't pull them out. That's kind of weird.
Also bizarre. It's an SUV, a half ton, and another SUV, and they're going to proceed to goon spoon him out of the ditch.
And he's like a ways in there. It's not like he's like kind of in the ditch. He's like in the ditch.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very strange. It can't be that icy there. You're obviously going too fast to plow it in that far.
Well, it's not really icy at all anymore. Mm-mm. It was like +2 today.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
A lot of the ice went. So.
And he's like I said, he's like in there, so. Yeah, he was clearly going too fast.
Definitely in there. Yeah.
in there. That's what it looks like outside the window right now.
It's worse than that, though. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but whatever. It's all good. Let's get him the fuck out of the ditch. If he's still there by the time we're done here, I'll go pull him out. I'd be very surprised when you have 8 sets of hands. He should be free relatively soon. So, regardless, let's open on a sad note, shall we, on our side stories? 2 years ago today, lost Kobe Bryant.
Really?
Horrific helicopter accident which claimed his life and his daughter's life.
Aww. 2 years ago already.
2 years ago to the day.
Want
to hear something weird?
Okay.
Kobe wore number 8, number 24, right?
Yeah.
The Lakers are 24-24 and sit 8th place in the West.
That is weird.
Wow!
I hate when things like that happen.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Gotta be a coinky dink, no?
I don't believe that things like that are always coincidences.
And they played last night and won.
To give them that
Pull
record.
them to 24-24.
Crazy. That gives me goosebumps.
Wild. Absolutely wild. But yes, 2 years to the day. So.
Sad. Let's
move over to one of the bigger stories that's going on right now. And for a side story, this is going to take up a lot of time.
I hope it's good.
Baseball Hall of Fame voting took place. Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens snubbed from the Hall of Fame. They will never get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. They've been on the ballot 10 times and never got voted in. Now, you might say, well, that's not all that big a deal, Chad. I would argue with you. And I'm going to go through some of the notable stats from these two gentlemen. If these two were two of the best to ever play the game, roids are not. Yeah, roids don't give you hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
Roids don't give you a batting swing.
Mm-hmm.
Roids don't give you a wind-up and a release.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give me that horse shit. Let's go through Barry Bonds' accolades, shall we? Barry Bonds, 14-time All-Star, 12-time Silver Slugger, 8-time Gold Glove winner, 7 times National League MVP, 3 times National League Hank Aaron Award, 2 times National League Batting Champ, 2 times National League Home Run Leader. These are the records Barry Bonds currently holds in the major leagues. Wow. 762 home runs, first. 73 home runs in a season, first. 2,558 walks, first. 7 MVP awards, first. 232 walks in a single season. First. Barry Bonds was such a feared hitter that they would walk him with the bases loaded. If you go back and watch some of the old games that Barry Bonds played in, they would walk him with the bases loaded.
Wow.
For fear that he'd hit a dinger.
Wow.
Yeah. Now let's go through some of Roger Clemens' accolades, shall we? All-time win-loss record, 354 wins, 184 losses. Those 354 wins are good for 9th of all time. 3.12 career ERA. Pretty decent. 4,672 strikeouts, which is good for 3rd overall in the history of Major League Baseball. 11-time All-Star, 2 times World Series champ, 7-time Cy Young winner, 4-time wins leader, 7-time ERA leader, 5-time AL strikeout leader, and he holds the record for strikeouts in a game with 20, and he didn't do it once, he did it twice. The only guy to ever do that. And a 2-time Triple Crown winner. What is a Triple Crown, you might ask? He led the majors in wins, strikeouts, and ERA.
Wow.
Did that twice. These two gentlemen, plus Pete Rose, who's the all-time hits leader in the game of baseball, those 3 will never get in the Hall of Fame. Because they're linked to steroid use. Because they're the only guys that ever did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think everyone knows my feelings on this. I think it's a load of shit. And it's not... Since when did all this shit turn into the most liked Hall of Fame? Or with Aaron Rodgers, and I'm not voting for him because he's a douche. Mm-hmm. What fucking difference does it make?
Yeah.
It makes no difference. And Roger Clemens, yeah, he's like one of the all-time greatest pitchers. Like, everybody knows who Roger Clemens is. Mm-hmm. Like, the Rocket, like, well, I'm going to age myself here, but when I was growing up, like, Roger Clemens was the fucking man, you know? And still to this day, he holds a ton of records that a lot of people probably are never going to touch.
Right.
Barry Bonds is just on another fucking level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was arguably the greatest hitter of all time.
Right.
Maybe aside from Pete Rose, but...
Wow.
Yeah. So, those guys are snubbed. Alex Rodriguez also got snubbed. A-Rod.
Really?
Yep. So, that being said, where do your allegiances lie on this, Lacey?
I 100% agree with you.
As you should. If anyone disagrees with this, well, you're just nothing but a big fucking baby. Like that reporter from Chicago that didn't want to give Aaron Rodgers the MVP because he's just not a very nice guy. Cut the bullshit already.
Yeah, I agree.
What a joke.
And I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but it's not a popularity contest. That's not what this is.
Since when is it the Good Guy Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's about high performance in your specific sport.
Right.
And if Barry Bonds doesn't encompass that, there's something wrong with the Hall of Fame.
That's like saying that you can't win the awards you in your day job that you get because you're not as nice as the other guys.
Yeah, I should be a nice guy.
Really, there's no difference.
No,
zero
exact
difference.
Same thing.
Exactly.
It's a joke. And Major League Baseball, you're a joke, and the Hall of Fame's a joke, and Cooperstown is a joke now. Fucking had it. I'm so sick of this shit. Bullshit. I was talking with Robbie yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
He suggests we pen a letter to Major League Baseball
Oh, yeah?
stating our frustrations with this decision.
Yeah.
And I say, you know what? That's a hell of a good idea because we carry a ton of clout in the baseball world. And he laughed and he said, but what if it was like the tipping point?
Right.
You know,
exactly.
They're like, these guys from the middle of Saskatchewan write this note.
Yeah.
I said, we really have nothing to lose.
You don't.
So that letter is being penned as we speak.
I 100% agree that you guys should.
It's going to be sent on behalf of the Chainmovers podcast.
I love it.
We could be the deciding factor. And as I inch closer to having a guest on the show virtually, he's going to be my first guest.
Robbie.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that. It should be interesting. It's one you want to tune into for sure.
That's right. We've been chatting lots lately. So, big Bucks guy. He's a big Leafs guy.
Yeah.
Huge Leafs guy.
Like Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Bucks, yeah.
Is he a basketball guy?
Robbie could hoop in his day.
I didn't mean like could he play?
Oh, well, that's what I meant.
Does he watch?
I don't think so. No, he's more of a hockey guy.
Oh god.
Hockey, football.
Funny. Okay.
That's what dominates Canada, right?
Yeah, no, I know, but
So
I don't know. I didn't watch basketball before either. Basketball.
No. Well, and I really didn't until I started gambling on it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I could give
started.
two shit. 5 years ago, I don't give a shit about the NBA.
Isn't it funny though? Like, so before I started, for me, before I started watching basketball, if a basketball game come on, it seemed very boring because you would just watch a little bit of it and like they'd run down. They're so good, right? They'd run down, they'd get a basket. They'd run down, they'd get a basket. Yeah, until you watch a full game and see that that's not at all how it goes. But
no, it isn't. There's a lot more to it than people think.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do hear that a lot. It's like, oh, there's no defense. You just go down and score, go down and score, go down. It's boring. Well, people say soccer is boring for the same reason, because no one scores.
Right.
Right? But there's a lot going on in a soccer game, too. Yeah. I'm not a soccer guy, but yeah. I enjoy the NBA.
So do I.
I love the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're great.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
They haven't fucked it up. They keep the same model. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, like the NHL used to do, till they fucked that up with the shit system they have now. And they need to go back.
Yeah.
To the 1-8, 2-7, 3-5, 4, 3-6, 4-5. That's what they need to do.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's right.
That's right.
Because I said so.
Well, maybe you should write them a letter too.
Fuck.
There's letters flying
My
out the door.
typewriter's just going to be giving her today.
Your typewriter.
That's what I'm using.
We don't even own a typewriter.
I'll get one.
We should get one.
I'm gonna
a real
get
old school one though. So
I seen a keyboard on TV that sounds like a typewriter.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Why?
I don't know. Don't you like the sound of a typewriter over a computer?
But
I do.
It's the feel too.
I wonder how many people out there know what a typewriter is.
No, I never thought of that. I remember though, like, I don't know how old I would have been. It was like I have 2 older sisters and they got like, it was like a kind of like the step between a typewriter and a computer. It had like a digital screen. It was a typewriter, but it had like a digital screen and you could hit when it started to print. And yeah, it was, that was like a fancy thing.
It used to come in a big hard shell briefcase that weighed about fucking 120 pounds. And you pull her out, you plug her in, and your lights dim, and just.
Yeah, one of those.
Those things were sick.
Yeah, I want the one that you actually like have to hit the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd
no,
be
not
right,
like a chink.
Does what?
Chink.
Chink?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, not in a racist way.
That's racial.
No, that's not. That was my sound effect. Ugh.
And after the show,
you're fired.
Hey, I don't write the rules.
No, I meant a sound effect.
Okay, enough of the typewriters. But I am going. Well, me and Robbie are going to save the Hall of Fame, the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I'm penning a letter to the NHL, voicing my displeasure over the current playoff structure.
I like it.
So enough of that. Next up, Gronk says he would retire today if he had to make a decision. Good thing he doesn't have to make a decision today. So I think that gives you a pretty good indication to which way he's leaning. Tom comes back. Will he play? Will Gronk stay if Tom plays?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I don't know. He's already tried to retire once. This poor bastard. He's like bionic now.
Yeah. He's like not even human anymore.
And he looked like he was having a great time when he was retired. He enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so dumb.
Well, he's rich.
I can't handle, and And it's worse, I think. Like, commercial. We had a question the other day. Well,
no, we didn't.
We didn't get the question. Someone asked on our live stream if he could ask a question.
Crosby Woods was his name.
Yeah.
Crosby, if you're watching, you can ask again.
Yeah. Just ask away.
Don't be shy, little fella.
So we're going to try and flip back and forth so we can see it. But it kind of throws us off because the YouTube one is delayed. So we try not to watch that because it really messes with everything. But
yeah.
That's why we missed your question. But yeah, ask away.
Fire away.
Fire away.
Scream, aim, and fire.
That's right.
Bullet for My Valentine.
Okay.
If you've never heard it, Google it. It's great.
It is a great song.
Okay. Moving over to the New York Giants. New York Giants backing Daniel Jones as quarterback. Owner of the Giants today come out and says, we've done everything we could to screw this kid up since he got here. So we're sticking with him, and we're going to find a coach that can work with him and design an offense that works for Daniel Jones. They will not trade for Deshaun Watson, as was in the rumor mill. Yeah.
Good for him.
They're fully owning
Daniel
Jones's poor play, which really sets him up for a fall from grace. It doesn't work. So, but like, honestly, the Giants are so far away from being a competitive team.
Yeah, you can't blame it
Danny
on
Dimes going to have 2-3 years before
he needs to.
The Giants are even sniffing.
Yeah.
Even an NFC East title.
Yeah.
You know, I think Dallas is going to run the NFC East for a while.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens there. You never know with the Cowboys.
That's right.
And a feel-good story, Lacey.
Okay.
We don't have many of those.
I like them.
It's burping. Can taste it.
Ew. What do you taste?
Coffee.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was onions.
No. Okay, moving over. Kansas City Chiefs fans donate $255,000 to a Buffalo Children's Hospital after the AFC divisional game versus the Buffalo Bills, taking a page out of the Bills Mafia playbook. Bills Mafia famous for doing things like that.
Oh.
Donating to the opposition's charity or whatever. And they donated in $13 increments because there was 13 seconds left in the game. It's a little dig there, but hey, and all in all, Kids Hospital got an extra $250,000. So good on you, Chiefs fans.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Nicely done.
Nothing wrong with that. Nobody's going to shit on you for that.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
It's kind of $13 increments. But...
Speaking of donations, that Convoy, it's growing exponentially and rapidly.
Do you want me to check?
Well, I seen the GoFundMe was over $5 million.
Yes.
What I'm talking about, obviously, is the Freedom Convoy here in Canada on their way to Ottawa protesting government overreach. So, but it took them, 4 hours to get through Winnipeg?
Yes.
Last night.
Yeah.
Rumor has it, I haven't seen it with my own eyes, and it's pretty hard to get it all in one picture because rumor has it at this point it's 142 kilometers long.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's pretty fucking long.
That's very long. And I know it'll be really interesting to see once they get to Ottawa, because I do know, like, they have a lot of people that are doing just like a 200 kilometer, stint with them and then turning around going home, right? We kind of talked about that, but so it'll be interesting to see what they end up with, like, once they actually get there, because there's still a few to meet up with these guys yet too. So
there's the majority, obviously, of our trucks are going to be in Toronto, Mississauga,
right,
and Vancouver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they got a port there, right? Obviously, most of our shit comes from China. Vancouver's closest to China, so obviously Vancouver has a ton of semis, right? And Toronto, Mississauga, well, not everything, but I'd say that's the major artery from the U.S. into Canada.
Right.
So, pile of semis there too. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes, and yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it.
I have like an addiction to it.
And it's true.
I can't stop watching. It's so moving to me. I don't know how many times that it's, I've teared up A little dedication to our truckers.
There's a little CB talk.
Yeah, the amount of times that it's I don't know, overwhelming, and I'm proud and so many things.
Enough political talk, Lacey. People don't tune in here to hear politics.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of people find it interesting.
I think it's a little beyond politics at this point.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. If you, we're going to give a little update every show until we have some resolution. So it will be very interesting. Okay, let's move over, Lacey.
Okay.
I'm going to pull this up again, even though I probably don't need to, because we all know who's playing at this point.
Right.
We all know what's going on. And I'm going to force you today, well, maybe I won't, to make a decision. But we're going to discuss these two games. I'm going to go through some stats. And the stats changed your mind last time and led you to a 4-game parlay win.
Right.
After we went through the stats.
That's true. This is true.
So some of these might be familiar to you, but people forget. People forget. How are you supposed to remember all these stats?
Oh, I can't.
That's what I'm here for. I'm going to give them to you.
Again.
So you can make an educated decision.
Okay.
So let's start with the Bengals-Chiefs, Lacey. AFC Championship game. Chiefs still sitting at -7. 7-point favorites in this one. Chiefs at home. Bengals go on the road. These two teams played in Week 17. Do you remember the outcome of that game?
No.
You don't?
No. I answered before the drum roll started even.
Yeah, why do you answer so fast? Give me a minute. I'm working here.
Well, I didn't know.
Unbelievable. The Bengals won that game 34-31.
Okay.
So, Chiefs will have a little redemption on their mind. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. Before we get into the team stats, let's get into the gambling stats, shall we? The Bengals, 12-6-1 this year against the spread. 12-7-0 on the money line.
Okay.
Almost identical. Mm-hmm. Chiefs, 10-9 against the spread. 14-5 on the money line. So bet wisely.
So pretty much what that's saying is Chiefs don't like to cover the spread.
That's exactly what it's saying.
Okay.
Not pretty much. That's exactly what it's saying.
Okay.
Let's get into the stats.
Okay.
Points per game, Cincinnati, 8th this season, 26.6. Chiefs, 4th. 29.7, sorry. Almost 30 points a game.
Okay.
3 points. Almost exactly. 3.1.
Good math I did.
Red zone touchdown percentage. Chiefs, 10th. 62. 60. 60.34, sorry. Cincinnati, 18th. 57.63% of the time they're in the red zone, they score a touchdown. What do you think of that?
Okay.
Yards per game. Should be no surprise here. Chiefs number 1, 409.3. Bengals 14th, 357.8. Half a field's worth. Mm-hmm. Rush yards per game. Neither team likes to run the ball. And neither team, it really obviously doesn't matter for these two teams. Kansas City 15th, 118.1. Bengals 24th.
Really?
99.5. As you get deeper into the playoffs, that will matter. It does matter.
Yeah, it does.
You guys know how I feel about not having a run game. I don't like it. Not one bit. Passing yards per game. Chiefs, 2nd in the league, 291.2. Bengals are 7th, 258.3. Opponent yards per game. Chiefs had a weak defense first half of the season, and this shows. 26th.
Wow, really?
365.8 yards per game. Bengals 19th, not a lot better. 352 yards per game they give up to their opponents. Opponent rushing yards, Kansas City 19th, about 114. Cincinnati 8th, they only give up 104. And opponent passing yards per game, almost identical. Chiefs are 24th. Bengals are 26th. The Bengals haven't played in a playoff game. That's not true. An AFC... No. What was the stat? No, they've been in lots... Yeah. They haven't played an AFC Championship game since 1990?
That could be. It was 30...
89? 90?
30... How old am I?
No, when... What was the stat? Text messages come out in what? 92. And they said the last time they played was in like 91. So nobody had ever sent a text message about the Bengals advancing past the wild card or something like that. So it's been 30-some years. Mm-hmm. So we really don't have a lot of history to go off of here. The Chiefs, we know their success. This is their 4th straight AFC Championship. At home, they've hosted them all. Extremely successful run for Andy Reid and the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. All that being said, who do you like?
I don't think the Chiefs will cover.
You like the Bengals in this one.
I do.
You think Joey B is going to pull it out?
All you are asking of me is the spread. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Chiefs win, won't cover 7. Spreads aside, you still like the Chiefs, obviously.
Oh, no, I'm not saying the Chiefs. I'm just doing the spread right now. I'm not saying who's winning. I'm just saying the Chiefs won't cover.
So the Bengals could win?
Yes. I'm not committing.
Well, you're leaving that pretty wide open.
I'm just saying that they're not going to... Well, if all I'm doing is betting the spread, then I'm taking Cincinnati.
Okay. So,
I'm not saying who's winning.
Okay, spread aside then.
Oh.
Spread aside. Who do we like?
Oh, I don't know yet. I so badly want to take Cincinnati. I really, really do.
Damn.
I don't think I can.
Wow.
I think I have to take Kansas City.
It's pretty tough to bet against the Chiefs. It's almost like trying to bet against the Pats, in their prime.
Right.
Chiefs have been dominant for 4 years now.
I know.
Right? So, pretty hard to bet against them.
And with those stats, it didn't help. Your stats didn't help me.
They're relatively evenly matched, but Casey's offense is... Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it's a lot more high-powered than Cincy's because Cincy breaks a ton of big plays. They don't run the ball, but neither do the Chiefs. They don't run it extremely well. Mm-hmm. It hasn't really mattered for either team yet to this point, but the Chiefs are just so fucking explosive. Mm-hmm. Very hard to contain. Cincy's secondary has been good, though. If I had to take someone today...
To win?
Both.
And cover.
Kobe. Taking the Chiefs. And I don't like the Chiefs.
No, you really don't.
You are an avid listener in the show. I'm not a Chiefs guy.
No, you hate them.
But they looked very good against Buffalo. They've looked good. Since they got that defense figured out and they quit turning the ball over 3 times a game... About week 9, since they figured it out, and they've looked like the Chiefs of old, honestly. And if they stick to a solid game plan, not a stupid one, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Bengals are a young team, and I'm not trying to shit on the Bengals. They're going to be good for a long time.
Yes, I agree with you.
As long as they can keep a lot of these guys under contract, and I mean, that's when the dance starts, when you start having success. When you're losing, it's easy.
You just keep
everyone. Because then it's easy to fucking cut guys, too. It's like, no matter how good you are. Especially in the NFL. It's just like, you're done. We're starting over, right? So we're both taking the Chiefs in that one. Now let's move over to the 49ers and the Rams.
I might change my mind on that.
Well, you got till Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, 49ers, Rams. Excuse me. Rams minus 3.5. Went up 0.5 point.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. They opened the week at minus 3. They're now minus 3.5. Rams, favorite. Okay? Mm-hmm. Rams against the spread this year, 10-9. Money line, 14-5. Exactly the same as the Chiefs.
Huh.
What do you think of that?
I like it.
49ers. 49ers against the spread, 11-8, 12-7 on the money line.
Okay.
So, bet wisely.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Very tough. Very, very tough.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. These two teams obviously played twice this year already. They're in the same division.
Right.
It's an NFC West, NFC Championship. Best division of football. No question.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people seen that from the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, but you
Who
listened to
else is
us,
in
you would know. Who else?
Yeah.
The Cards.
Yeah, all right.
The frauds. They were frauds. Pathetic.
They were.
Brutal. Okay. These two teams played twice already this year. Week 10. Lacey, do you remember the score of that game?
I don't remember the score.
Who won? Wrong.
Really?
49ers won 31-10.
Oh, I think I do remember that, actually.
And in week 18, to close out the season, these two teams met as well. Do you remember the outcome of that game?
No.
Wow. Week 18, 49ers won again, 27-24. 49ers 2-0 against the Rams this year. So
Really?
that's right. That's right. These two teams know each other well. Sean McVay all-time against the 49ers, 3-7.
Really?
Something to think about. Okay?
It's in his head.
Let's go through some team stats, shall we? 49ers, points per game. Let's start with total points per game.
Okay.
49ers 14th in the league, 24.5. Rams 6th, 27.6. I don't think that's a big shock to anyone.
No.
Rams offense is better than the 49ers offense, but that's not how the 49ers are going to win this game. Red zone touchdown percentage, Rams 59.5, 16th in the league. 49ers, as we learned last week, extremely efficient in the red zone. They weren't last week, but they have been all season. 63.79, 5th in the NFL. Yards per game, Rams 7th, 375 yards per game they average of offense. 49ers 8th.
Wow.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah.
365.3. Rush yards per game. Rams 23rd, 99.8. 49ers 128, 7th. The
Really?
NFL this season. They're the 7th best run game. These teams are polar opposites.
Yes, they are. Very much so.
So, pass yards per game. Rams 5th, 275 pass yards per game. 49ers 236. I'm surprised it was that high.
Yeah. Actually, I am too.
At 12th. Okay?
Okay.
Let's move over to defense.
Okay.
Opponent yards per game. Rams 15th, 337. 49ers 3rd, 307. Opponent rush yards per game.
Mm-hmm.
Rams 5th. So very good at defending the run. 49ers 6th. So the Rams actually defend the run a little bit better than the Niners.
Right.
Not much. 2 yards worth. 98 to 100. That's the difference. Opponent passing yards. Rams 21st in the NFL. 238.9. 49ers 6th. 207 passing yards per game they give up. That is not very many. Now, unfortunately for the 49ers, Jimmy G's not a big yardage guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't give a shit what anyone says. I thought Jimmy G played well in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did what he had to do.
Aside from the drops, which really weren't his fault, Kittle dropped one right in the numbers.
Yeah.
I thought Jimmy G played good. And everyone just, like we've talked about before, they love to shit on Jimmy. I don't like to shit on Jimmy.
Nah.
I think he's fine. You see this ridiculous shit on Twitter. And it was off First Take. I'm sure it was First Take. If you've ever listened or watched First Take, show on Fox Sports.
Okay.
They come out today and say, in order for the 49ers to win, they're going to have to incorporate Trey Lance into the game plan.
Why?
Good question.
That makes no sense.
So a rookie that's played 50 snaps, maybe, He started a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
When Jimmy was hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Has no playoff experience. Has barely any starter experience, but we need to bring Trey Lance in.
That makes no sense.
Like, they run out of shit to talk about, I think, leading up to the game, so they just start pulling these ridiculous takes from wherever, no matter how stupid it sounds.
Yeah, that's bizarre. That's a weird thing.
What has Jimmy done to you guys?
Yeah.
He just wins games for you guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how... It's all about winning.
That's
people.
Weird.
It's all about
weird
winning.
Thing to say.
Look at Aaron Rodgers. He has great stats. Aaron's on the couch, watching.
That's because he's not a nice man.
Yeah, he's a dick, so he lost. What a joke. Regardless.
Yeah, that's weird. What?
Knowing what we know now, let's move off of the quarterback Jimmy G talk. We know Matt Stafford got his first playoff win last week. Mm-hmm. He's 1-3. Mm-hmm. 2-3, sorry, now. Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy G. Oh, I didn't even write down Jimmy G's playoff record. That wasn't the first game the Rams played. No. Was it? They went to Tampa. Yeah, and they played Arizona. Yeah. So he's 2-3 now. Mm-hmm. I don't have Jimmy G's record. That's my bad. So, knowing what we know now, where are we at here? Holy lightning. We've got to take a break, Lacey, before we get into that answer. When we come back, we're going to solidify our pick on this game. 49ers-Rams. Do a little NBA, a little NHL, and that's it.
Okay.
Normally our Wednesday show is pretty short, but this one's been a little longer than normal. So, on that note, we'll be right back.
Do you love sports? Sick of all the same mainstream sports shows? Then join us on the Chainmovers podcast. We will give you real takes without all the mainstream BS. Catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube Live or wherever you get your podcast content. Again, that's the Chainmovers podcast. Join us.
We're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Good news, the car's gone. They got out.
They got out of the ditch. I don't know when they got out. I can't see from here, but
I just checked.
we do know they're out, so
that's good. Everyone's warm and
kudos
cozy.
to you guys. I don't even know who it was.
Me neither.
Looked like a fucking rock concert out there. There's so many people. But they finally got it out. Okay, 49ers-Rams. We're back with the 49ers-Rams. Knowing what we know now, Lacey, all the stats, all the history, this season's matchups, you name it, we've covered it. If you had to take a team today, who would it be?
I know you're going to boo me, but I'm taking the Rams.
This one's too close to call. Well, it's not. I'm going to make a call on it.
I know what you're calling.
Lacey already did, so. Lace taking the Rams. -3.5.
Yeah.
I think they'll cover, eh?
Yeah.
Rams have been terrible at SoFi this year, too. Well, since they moved in. Not very good at home.
No, that's weird.
So.
Like, who's not good at home?
Yeah, it is very bizarre. I don't know what's going on
Yeah, I
there.
wish they could go on the road.
It's very strange. It's very strange, but... well, you know my philosophy, Lacey.
Well, you said a little bit earlier. That's not how they're going to win this game.
Defense wins championships. Always has, and it always will.
So that's what you think.
That being said... Oh, man. It's so close, you know? But I thought the 49ers are going to go into Lambeau and get lambasted. And they didn't.
Right.
But their defense kept them in it. That's a good defense. A really good defense. That being said, I got to take the 49ers, Lace. I have to. I simply have to. I can't be a hater anymore. I got to give them some respect. I have to.
Yeah. Well, I took him last week, so I gave him my respect last week. And now I'm moving on.
It's true. You did. You did.
So.
Yeah, the Rams, that offense is high-powered. Cooper Kupp, unreal. They got Cam Akers back, but he fumbled twice last week.
Yeah, that was weird. Because the week before he looked great.
Was he back for the wildcard game?
Yes. And then we thought he looked really good.
Oh, yeah, he did look good, yeah. And then
So
he
as a
didn't
little-
look so good
no.
against the Bucks. But the Bucks are a great run defense, too.
Okay.
So
maybe
but so are the Niners.
That's right.
Oh, man, it's going to be I'm excited for this game.
I was so excited.
I just think the Chiefs are going to kill the Bengals. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but they're just so much better. But there's things you can't account for, and since he's got a shitload of swagger right now, they got a shitload of confidence. They got a rookie Q who looks like he's been doing it for 10 years. You got to take that into account. And that's
what I love about them.
That's the great part about the NFL is when you get down to these final games.
Yeah.
Flip a fucking coin, right? But I'm taking the Chiefs and I'm taking the Niners and you're taking the Chiefs and the Rams.
That's correct. Unless I switch. The Rams I'm sticking with. I'm confident with that one. I might have a new pick on Friday for the other one. I don't know.
Just on the fence.
So on the fence.
Story of your life.
It really is.
It really is. It really is.
I don't like making decisions. I hate decisions, actually. And I hate telling people my decisions. Because then if I change it, at least no one knows. Okay. Stop it.
Why? Hey. Everyone likes the sound effects. Our show got to a new level when we introduced the sound effects.
Yeah, I agree.
If you go back and watch the old episodes that with just me and Reed with no sound effects, not near as good.
No.
No.
You guys were very serious. Like you were very
Too serious.
Get the job done.
But,
you know?
Yeah, Reed. That was Reed though. Like he's always kind of just.
Oh yeah, he wanted everything planned and like.
Fuck, you could have fooled me.
But with no plan. He wanted you to be.
Yeah, he wanted to ride my coattails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which he did every week. But I was okay with that, obviously. Otherwise, I would have told him to fuck off. So.
But he wanted, like, real.
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
Fact.
And he'd look through my notes 30 seconds before we went on, and oh yeah, okay. And then he'd pull like some old napkin out of his pocket and a chewed up pencil and start writing things down. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're not even going to use that. So, regardless.
The show has really evolved.
It really has. And that's our NFL segment, Lacey.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. See ya.
I'm excited for those two games. I
Me
really
too.
am.
Especially last weekend was an amazing weekend of football for me.
It really was.
It was just, I was so excited. Every game was just, and even if it started out kind of boring, which game started out really blah?
Well, that Titans-Bengals game was pretty boring for the most part.
For some reason I was thinking of the Tampa game.
Well, it was blowout till midway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
It was 27-3.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, let's be honest. The Packers-Niner game was boring until the second half.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe it was that one, actually.
13-10.
Yeah, maybe it was that one.
It's a pretty boring game.
I was like, ooh, I'm getting kind of sleepy.
When you compare that game to the Bills-Chiefs game, it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It's still a good game, but nowhere near what that one was.
Oh, and it just the last however many minutes.
NFL, you always outdo yourself.
Yeah,
I don't know how you do it every year.
No, I don't know either.
But remember the amount of people that were like, I'm boycotting the NFL? Remember when all that Kaepernick shit was going down?
Yeah.
And everyone's on Facebook and I'm boycotting the NFL? Yeah. You know how many people watched Sunday night's game?
How many?
37 million.
Wow.
So I have a feeling that everyone who said they were boycotting didn't boycott, or they did and they're back. So
How do you live without it, really? Once you're a football fan, I don't think you ever not stop watching.
Pound for pound, it doesn't get any better.
No.
I like the NBA playoffs. I like the World Series. It doesn't hold a fucking candle to the NFL.
No.
It's not even close.
No.
It's not even close. But
Agreed.
regardless, Lacey, let's move over to the NBA, shall we?
Okay.
Couple stories in the NBA before we go through the standings. James Harden will reportedly test free agency this season. Not happy in Brooklyn. Not happy living there. Doesn't enjoy it. Frustrated with Kyrie and his part-time playing status. They're struggling.
Yeah,
KD's out for the foreseeable, for a while yet, right? He'll be out until after the All-Star break. James, I don't think James wants to carry a team anymore. He's done that for a long time, let's be honest.
I don't know what it is about that guy. I just don't like him.
Well,
And
I guess
do.
he won't get in the Hall of Fame then.
I don't know what it is. There's just some guys that I just don't like that guy. You like him.
Yeah,
you?
I like Harden.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
want to like him. I just can't. Oh, he's weird.
I don't want to go... I'm pretty neutral on him. I mean, he's good. Like, there's no argument that he's good. 5 years ago, I would have said the same thing about Russell Westbrook.
What?
He's good.
Right.
Yeah. But I have never seen a guy's jump shot just break like that. That motherfucker's broken.
Like, what happened?
Oh my God.
How do you just start forgetting how to shoot?
Oh, he is atrocious. Horrid. But now AD's back for the Lakers, so Russ can hide a little bit again, right?
That's good.
I don't know what happened to him. I really don't.
Like, you've been shooting a ball for that many years.
Oklahoma Russ. He's never been a big shooter, though. He drives the ball. He's so athletic, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But you can't lay the ball up all the time.
Right.
You have to have some type of a mid-range game. You can maybe get away without being a three-point shooter as a point guard if you got a shooting guard that can hit the three. If you can create the play, then good, right?
Yeah.
But unreal. Like, he is so fucking bad this year. Like, it's unreal. 44 mil is what he's getting paid.
To be shitty? I
could shoot like Russ. Like, it's horrid. I'm not much of a basketball player, but yeah, unreal. Last night, the LA Clippers came back from being down 35 points. They trailed by 35 at the half versus the Washington Wizards. The Wizards gave up 80 points in the second half. Clippers came back to win on a last-second shot by Luke Kennard.
Nice.
To close it out.
Yay.
Yeah. Washington Wizards, they just sat in first in the East for quite a while. Mm-hmm. They're now in 10th.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yep.
Oh boy. Yikes.
Pathetic. That's pathetic.
Yeah, that's not good.
And the crazy part about it is that like over the past 2 weeks, Kyle Kuzma's been playing fantastic. They still have Beal. Like, they got a decent roster, but that's Washington. Like, and Beal should have jumped ship when he had the chance. But he said, no, I'm here. I want to be here. Even when they moved John Wall. No, I'm staying. I don't know if he's trying to pull a Dame Lillard, with Portland, but that roster ain't going to win you shit. I promise. So, yeah, anyway, let's get into the standings. At least we'll go over them real quick, I don't want to take up too much time on it. That's small from here. I can barely read
That's really small, yeah.
But that's the East, Lacey.
Do you want me to tell you?
No.
Okay.
I'll just turn up my glasses.
Okay.
First, we got the Miami Heat, Lace, at 30-17. In their last 10, they're 7-3. What do you think of that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all, if you ask me. Second, we got the Chicago Bulls at 29-17. They're 3-7. They're playing tonight.
Oh, you want me to check some games?
No, that's fine. I don't want to spend a bunch of time on the NBA tonight. Third, we went Brooklyn Nets, 29-18. They're struggling a bit, 5-5 in their last 10. Fourth, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, 30-19. They also played tonight, and they were down by quite a bit the last I checked. Fuck, they were playing Cleveland tonight. Cleveland was up on them, when I looked, 94-77.
Oh.
Early in the fourth. And fifth, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, 29-19, 8-2 in their last 10. One of the hottest teams in basketball right now. And in eighth, look at those Raptors, Lace. 23-22, 5-5 in their last 10. They're about as average a team as you can get. 13-12 at home.
Yeah.
10-10 on the road. 5-5 in their last 10. And they're one game over 500. That's pretty crazy, actually.
That is crazy.
They are about as middle of the road team as you can get. Hey, they might make that play in. We'll see. I would be fucking blown away if they did. But hey, they've looked good. If they can stay healthy, they got a good shot at the play-in. Let's move over to the West. First, we got the Phoenix Suns, 37-9. They play the Jazz tonight, I believe. Suns are 9-1 in their last 10 and won 7 straight. Pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. Second, we got the Warriors, 35-13. They're 6-4 in their last 10. Third, we got the Grizz, 32-17, 7-3 in their last 10, and they play tonight as well. Cannot remember who they play. Fourth, we got the Utah Jazz at 30-18. They're 2-8 in their last 10.
Ugh.
Falling like a stone.
Ugh.
Fifth, we got Dallas Mavericks, 27-21, 7-3 in their last 10, but they lost Tim Hardaway last night to a broken foot. So, big bench piece.
Yeah.
Scores them a lot of points. And then, like I said, we had the Lakers sitting there in eighth at 24-24, 5-5 in their last 10. And a very middle-of-the-road team as well. Nothing overly impressive there, Lacey.
No.
But like I said, AD's back.
Right.
So we'll see if he can help them in any way, shape, or form. They looked actually not bad last night. Yeah, I don't know. That's a team I want to see fail. I just do.
Yeah.
But you can't deny how good LeBron's been this year.
Yeah.
So, but he's not playing the defense like he used to. I think he's just chasing stats at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to catch Kareem, and
how far off is he? Ways yet?
season
Really?
and a half. Someone had it all calculated. If he averaged 26 a game for the next 2 years, he would catch him. So, it's very much within. It's a possibility,
right?
Yeah, because I think LeBron's averaging like fucking 29 a game this year.
And how old's this kid?
I don't know if he graduates this year or not.
Is he good enough to go straight in?
A lot of people say no.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch him, so I've never watched. I've seen the odd clip,
like highlight thing.
He plays for Sierra Canyon or whoever he plays for in high school, but I've never actually watched him play a game.
Okay.
So I can't say. I don't follow high school basketball.
I just think that would be neat, and I wonder if
that'd be fucked up. That'd be the worst.
It would be bad. Like it would be. I feel like it would be really awkward.
But what are the odds of well, I think he's a 4-star recruit. So in the USA, obviously, they rank their recruits by stars. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. So a 4-star recruit probably isn't going to go in the first round. Right. And if it is, it'll be late, right? So the Lakers right now, I don't know what they have for picks. Probably not a lot. Because they brought in Westbrook. They brought in AD. Mm-hmm. That roster's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of picks. And they don't have a lot of talent.
Right.
So it's going to be hard to make a move, right? But we'll see. We'll see if he falls to. I don't even know if this is his draft year or not. I would have to look into that.
Did LeBron go to school?
University?
Yeah.
No.
He went straight from high school.
Straight out of high school. Yeah.
That's why I was wondering if that was going to be a.
Man, you go back and watch that old LeBron film.
Yeah.
Fuck. For an 18-year-old kid, he was dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant.
Crazy.
Definitely up there.
Yeah.
MJ's still the GOAT. I don't give a shit what anyone says. This is all longevity stats now for LeBron. Right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's good.
Right.
And he's always been good. He's never had an off season.
Right.
Like, I wonder if he's ever had a season below 25 points per game.
I don't know.
I doubt it. Like,
check it out.
Fuck, he's so good. But, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's go through the NHL ace and then we'll call it a show. Okay? Let's start with the Atlantic as we usually do. East to west. That's how I roll.
Weird, but okay.
No, I read my books backwards, remember?
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I started. First, we got the Florida Panthers at 29-9-5. Lacey, sitting first in the Atlantic. Second, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning, 29-10-5. Is that what that says? Or 28?
28-8.
28-10-5.
Yeah.
And third, we got the Leafs, 25-10-3.
Mm-hmm.
Boston, right on their ass.
Yes.
Right on their ass. And in seventh, we got the Sens, 13-20-5. And the lowly Canadians, sitting there in eighth in the Atlantic at 9-26.
8-26.
8-26. Oh, my sweet Jesus. That's pathetic. And I wish I could say Montreal fans deserve better, but they don't. So, let's move over to the Metro Lace. New York Rangers sitting there in first at 28-11-4. Second, we got the Pens. Look at those Pens, Lace. They're finally gaining ground.
Wow.
All they had to do was win 14 of 15. Sitting there in second, 27-10-5. And in third, we got the Carolina Hurricanes, 28-9-2. Mm-hmm. Boy, they don't take very many games to overtime.
No, they sure don't.
Or they just win the majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's it. Yeah, the Flyers, I mean, pathetic, right?
Yep.
0-10 in their last 10. So, that's cool. Comes out today, owner of the Flyers says the GM has a blank check to fix the team.
Oh.
Fix it, because it's fucked.
Do something.
Good Lord. Let's move over to the Central. We've got the Colorado Avalanche, 29-8-3. Second, we got the Nashville Predators, 27-14-3. And third, we got the Blues at 25-12-5. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
I can't see. I'm an old man. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There's your top three.
You
The
wanna
Jets
talk about Winnipeg.
sitting there in sixth, 17-15-7. Things aren't looking good in Winnipeg, but I don't think that's a big surprise to anyone. So, and in the Pacific, Lace, everybody's favorite division.
Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights sitting there in first at 25-15-3. Second, we got the Ducks at 21-16-7, that looks like.
Yeah.
And in third, we got those LA Kings. I still don't know where they came from. 21-18-6. Fourth, we got the Flames, 19-12-6.
Yeah.
Sixth, we got the Oilers at 20-16-2. And seventh, we got the Canucks at 18-19-5. That division is really a fucking dog's breakfast, eh?
Yeah.
Look at the points there.
Yeah, I see that.
Nuts. Such a close division. But that division always is. It really always is. It's always that kind of blue-collar, hard-hitting, not necessarily the most skilled division. I'd say that'd go to the Metro. But the Pacific is a great division in the NHL. So that's it. That's it for the NHL. That's it for the show. That's all I got.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you don't have anything.
No.
No.
I don't.
No. Nothing at all.
No.
Of course you don't. I was right again.
I gotta catch up on my Convoy news.
Yeah, it's been like an hour since you had
Since I watched a video.
Since you had a chance to look at it. So I'm sure lots has changed. Well, they roll into Thunder Bay tonight, I believe. Yeah. Which puts them... Jesus, it'll take them all day.
I don't think...
They're going to North Bay after that, right?
Yeah, they won't be in Ottawa tomorrow.
No, Saturday they're supposed to.
Saturday
supposed to, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there ain't fuck all between Thunder Bay and North Bay, right?
There's nothing. No.
Like,
I don't even know where North Bay is.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing between Thunder Bay and Sault Ste. Marie.
Nothing but a Great Lake.
And it's great.
It's big.
I did that drive.
Have a look at a map.
Wow.
It's huge.
It's awful.
Especially in the winter.
I would never, ever, ever want to do that again.
No.
I hated it.
I won't.
We've drove a lot of places.
Yeah, I would never do it again. Never in my life. Well, I didn't do it.
It was awful.
Just Lacey did. But,
But I don't know if any of you know the... Well, I just can't imagine. Like, especially these guys aren't clipping along at a highway speed either, right? And to do Saskatchewan, Manitoba...
If you've ever driven through Saskatchewan, it's pretty fucking boring.
And Manitoba is exactly the same.
It's worse, I'd say.
Like, it's just... I can't imagine... These people that are coming from, like, BC, and I don't know if, they've done this trip before, but they're like... I can't imagine what they're thinking right now. Like, what the fuck? you know?
No doubt.
The only thing is that I do... So I'm friends with a girl that's on Facebook. I'm not actually friends with her. But she said that they're going about 2 miles that they don't see people.
So that would make the time pass, I guess.
Yeah. So that's got to help. Because otherwise, all it is prairies.
If you've never been, I don't advise it.
It's pretty.
Especially in the winter.
But not for that many hours.
And in the winter.
Oh.
In the summer, yeah, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah.
If you want to get home in a hurry, go 150, right?
It's just straight.
But that's not an option.
No.
Typically from like September to fucking March.
Right.
But April. Sometimes we get snow May long.
Yeah.
You know?
Lots. Yeah.
So
crappy weather every May long.
It's not really an option, but that being said, I have nothing else. I know you don't. You never do.
No.
So
I talked a little bit.
That makes life easier, I suppose. Thank you, and thanks to all of you for making us a part of your day. We appreciate it. Oh, you know what I almost forgot? Boom. The email screen.
Oh, yes. You better
Thoughts,
check
suggestions, want to advertise on the Chainmovers podcast, you can reach us right there. Oh, everything's backwards on the screen. chainmoversmedia@gmail.com. Drop us a note.
You better check YouTube before we go, too, in case there's a question.
Well, it's live question, so he's probably... Nope, nothing there. Uh-oh. We got problems.
Frozen on the other screen.
Whatever.
Meh.
Well, I got to record it. I can just upload
That's
it,
right.
so it's all good. Okay, on that note, we're out. Enjoy your Wednesday evening.
Bye, guys.
Stay safe. Adios.